Well, I have two new journals, and it's funny. I don't think of myself as a pink or a purple person, but I was gravitated toward these colors, and here you go. So, you never really know what your favorites are, but I really do like this color combination and how it came together. What I ended up using was a lot of the pieces that were left over from my other journal that I made from my Bohemian kit that I have in my Etsy shop. And I had a bunch left over from that one that I had made. And I started to see a theme of these colors. So I decided to make these, and I'll show you what's inside. You know how most of mine are anyway. I like to keep them, not so fussy on the inside, and I go kind of little, I don't mind getting fussy on the outside. But anyway, this is some of the sari silk that I have, and some of the trim. Some of the stuff is stuff that I have left over from other things, and it's just a mismatch of all kinds of fabrics that I have. I decided to make a tassel. Several had asked for tassels. I'm not a tassel kind of person. For me, I just think they get in the way. But a lot of people like them. So I thought, okay, I'll break down and I'll make a tassel for this one. So I think it came out kind of cute. I kind of like it. I don't know if I'm a convert yet, but I like making them. That is for sure. Okay, so let's go inside. This closure is very, very simple. It's just a piece of fabric, and I put a pin here that closes it. You just close up the pin, and you're all set to go. Oh, size of the journal. Hold on one second. Okay, the size of this is about 6 by 5. All right. And because it's kind of rounded, you can't really measure the spine, but it's kind of, sort of about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, kind of, sort of. All right. Let's put that up there. See, it's already in my way. I've put quite a few of some botanical cards in there for whatever use you want to use. I don't know if you're a gluer, if you're a journaler, whatever it is that you do, it's there and ready to go. And as usual, all of my papers are from the eco printing that I do, so it's either prints of the leaves or the cleanup paper that has all the dyes from the process, which is like this. This is my cleanup papers. Okay, so like I say, it's pretty simple in the respect that I don't do all the flips, ticks, nicks. I don't do that. I enjoy making my papers. I enjoy putting the papers in and then letting you do what you want. This, believe it or not, is a hibiscus, a red hibiscus. Isn't that pretty? I love how that came out. I went to Home Depot and they were selling a bunch of hibiscus, and there was a bunch of the, when they dry up and they've already bloomed and opened, and they just fall to the ground. So there I was with my little plastic bag picking up all of these dead hibiscus, and this guy goes, "What are you going to do with those?" I said, "Boil them." Oh, I've included in here some seeds to my, it's a hyacinth bean. You may be familiar with it, maybe not. It's a hyacinth bean vine. And it grows, I mean, you can't kill that thing. Once it gets going, it's very drought tolerant, and it gives these really pretty purple flowers. And then it also gives a bean, which is, that's why it's called a hyacinth bean. And it's an edible bean. And you can cook the whole pod or eat just the beans. Or what I do, I dry them and plant them the next year. So I just included a few in there in case you are a yard kind of person. And even if you aren't, you could put it in a you know, a smaller container into a pot or something if you just have a porch, and it would do just fine. But make sure there's somewhere for it to crawl up, or put it in a basket and let it cascade over. Either way, I think you'll enjoy it. I just put a little piece of print that I had in here. I think this one came out pretty. This here is petals to a rose, and a red rose. So you just never know what your prints are going to look like. It's never really based. That's why a lot of people get frustrated. They put all these pretty flowers and get ready to do their boil, and then nothing shows up. Well, what's on the flower is not necessarily what's going to print. It's what's inside of the leaves or inside of the flower. And that comes with a lot of testing and practicing and research and, you know, trial and error, basically. All of mine, when I first started, they all looked the same. Everything looked the same. It was pretty. I liked it. But, you know, there wasn't a lot of variation. I'm learning now how to get certain looks that I want. And miracles upon miracles, I'm actually able to reproduce some of the looks. Unbelievable. I like that too. That's pretty cool. And then here I just decided, after a boil, you know, everything's pretty flat. So I dried some of them and put them in there. Now see, at the beginning, everything looked like that. I couldn't get any color. But now, then I progressed to a little bit more color. And on this envelope, this also here is a hibiscus that I did on that. And I put enough of the cleanup paper so, you know, you have plenty of room to do your journaling or gluing. Because I know a few, they had their books that they bought from me, and they go, oh, I don't want to draw on it, I don't want to write on it. I said, no, 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 you know, our whole purpose is to use it. So I put plenty of areas where if you wanted to save, you know, if you wanted to save some of the print, there's plenty of space on the sides to write or glue, and especially on the back. And then on, you know, these, it doesn't really matter because the prints are not that clear. And there's just a few more here. And then some more cards right there. So this is the first one. And the second one, the exterior is different, but it used a lot of the same fabrics. And it's closed the same way with the pin. Oops. And it also has one of the tassels. Flip it out of the I know, I can't get used to it yet. I'll get used to it. And some more of the little cards. I like flowers. I hope everybody else likes flowers. I love that. I think all these colors just really lend itself to mixing it up with flowers. I like that print too. I like when you get a variation of colors. see. Those are some of my first ones. And here's the hyacinth beans, in case you want to use them. And some more of this also is the rose petals. And that little yellow there, I think that might be a marigold. It was over on the other side. They do a nice print for you. And if you like making your own journals, over in my shop, I've got my papers. My boiled papers are there, and my fabric kits and embellishments are over there. So if you want to make your own, you can get all the pieces, parts over there. Oh, isn't that pretty? That's the hibiscus. I have a whole bunch of dead ones in my refrigerator right now. I think I'm going to boil them today and make a new batch of hibiscus papers. Now see, this paper, when I put my bundles together, I get a scrap piece of paper, just just copy paper, and I fold it in half, and then I wrap it around the bundle, because when you tie them up, whatever way you tie them up, you don't want to put so much pressure on the edges of your paper. So this takes the tension off, and so it gets all of the all the boiling, all the residue, everything at the fold, and they always come out pretty cool. So I thought I'd include a couple of those. Some more journaling cards in here. A few more back here. Quite a few more back here. You got plenty to play with and to write. And there you go. And so here are some more examples. If you're wondering what you can do with those Bohemian kits, it doesn't have to be strictly, one look or another, but as with most things, it's a blend, and that's pretty much what these are. So again, I hope you like them. Yeah, I hope if you have your own materials and scraps, I've inspired you to use them in a different way. And I hope these two find a new home, and I hope the home's with you.